What's up, guys? So today I've got a very simple recipe, but it tastes delicious, hits my macros great. Depending on what your macros are, you can adjust it to you. But tastes delicious and really easy to cook. Right here I have like some chicken, rice, pasta type stuff, right? But really easy to cook. And as you can see, pretty clean for the most part. All right, low in fat, hardly any sugar, good on carbs. All right, super easy to cook. So to cook this, I like to heat my pans usually at like medium. I don't like cooking them too high, because if it's too high, it's going to tend to burn your food. So I heat this up with no water in the beginning. And then once my rice and pasta starts getting a little light brown tint, then I'll add water to it. But then, add some lean turkey. Got this from Costco. Okay. And you can see on this, it's a little high in fat for me, right? Because if I'm going to pretty much eat almost this whole thing today, it soaks up about 50 some grams of fat, but it's not that bad. High in protein, lean turkey. I mean, you can't really go wrong with lean turkey. Any lean meats. If your meats are lean, you're going to be good for the most part. And like I said, it's completely dependent on your diet too. Like, if you have a diet where you consume 120 grams of fat a day, then you're golden. Same with my turkey. I like to cook it at medium because I don't want it to burn. And you can't use too much of this stuff, man. 0 calories, prevents it from sticking. Like tip, if you guys are getting like raw meat on your surfaces and on your hands, make sure you clean your hands before you, or your surfaces before you put anything else on it. Some people don't understand that. Alright guys, so my rice is browning, so I'm adding 2 cups of water to it. Alright, and once you add your water to it, you want it to simmer, right? So what I do, most people have a lid, I don't, so I just take another pan, set it on top, let it simmer, alright? So I have a few different kind of seasonings. Don't get too wrapped up on what seasonings I use, because I tend to just throw a bunch of random stuff together. But today I'm going to use some seasoned salt. All right. I just like this organic seasoning that comes at Costco. I just like the way it tastes. All right. I've never tried this before. I'm going to try this ranch seasoning. Just going to mix a little bit with the meat. Mix it up good. So when it comes to like seasonings and dressings and stuff like that, you really just want to be careful when it comes to, say, dipping sauces and stuff like that. Now, if you're specific about your sodium levels, then of course pay attention to the back on the labels. You don't want to intake too much sodium, but most seasonings are going to be decent. A lot of people like them as dash seasonings because they're most of them, I believe, are sodium free. And I have so many out there. Well, anyways, I usually have some on it, but a lot of people like them as dash. But play with it, you know, because you want to enjoy your food. That's something I'm big on. Like a lot of people diet, but they hate their diet. And they hate their program and dislike their foods, and like no, like find something that works for you, get creative, and make it happen, you know? Because here's the thing, at the end of the day, if you don't enjoy what you're doing, you're not enjoying your program, you're not going to stick to it. If you do stick to it, you're going to be miserable. And that's no way to live. Nobody wants to be miserable eating foods they don't like. Not looking forward to their next meal. It's unnecessary. So I'm going to finish cooking this because the rest I just have to do is when this simmers, it'll get nice and fluffy, and the water will be dried up until it's ready to go, and then the noodles will be nice and soft. And this meat, it'll just be brown, cooked all the way through, and then I'll just show you guys how I measure it out, and show you what the final product looks like, and a couple little things I do when it's cooked to make it taste a lot better. As you can see, this is pretty much done, right? And the rice is getting there. One thing with the rice, you want to make sure you keep it stirred, okay? Or pasta, whatever you want to call this. I'll just call it, it's carb. You want to make sure you keep it stirred or it's going to stick to the bottom, right? I'm actually going to add a little bit more water to this. The reason why is I feel like it could absorb it, and I want my carb to have as much volume as possible, especially like right now I'm leaning out, Just want to maximize my food. So I'm gonna let that cook for a little bit, but now I'm going to show you guys how I measure out my food, why I measure out my food, for, you know, if you don't understand the value behind measuring out the food. So I have a standard scale. You can buy one of these from Walmart, okay? And I'm going to weigh out my turkey. It's an old scale. So I put my container on there first, so it would be even. Okay, so when I added the meat, it wouldn't add the weight of the container. And I'm doing 8 ounces. Okay, I'm doing 8 ounces because I've already measured out my macros, my fats, my proteins, my carbs, and I've already added it in, which I recommend all of you doing. Add your macros in for the day, so you know where you're at, so you know you're not overeating, or so you know you're not undereating. So I've already accounted for 8 ounces of this, right? Just gonna take it, add it in there. All right, 3.65, so I have about 4.5 ounces left to go. Okay. All right, about 1 more ounce. All right, and I'm not going to be like super anal. 8.1, no problem. Okay, so I have that ready. And with this, I'm telling you guys, man, this stuff right here, so fire. I'll just go ahead and add a little bit of that on there. And we're just gonna wait for my rice. Let's check on this. All right, this stuff's gonna be bomb. Just getting it mixed up a little bit. Let that sit for a little while longer. So one thing I love about meal prep is you make multiple meals, right? So now I'm going to take the extra meat and make a second meal later, and then I'll just I'll have it marked down what the macros are for this meal. I'm going to go ahead and just use the rest of this meat in here because I don't want to make multiple meals, and this will just be a bigger meal. Say tomorrow I'll just plan on having one really big meal. Today I kind of want to I'm doing a workout midday, so I'd like to have a couple of meals. Alright, so this is about 9 ounces. Don't forget to turn your stove off, that's important. So this is going to be a little bit bigger than today's, but it's no problem. I'll just have that accounted for what I need to. Alright. Yeah, so I've got it laid out, and in my meal for today, I've added 2 Laughing Cow cheese. Right? If you haven't tried them, they're bomb. Try them. Okay, and I'm gonna do 2 cups of this pasta in here, and then 1 cup in here. So just gonna add that together. I'll finish out the meal and show you guys what it looks like when it's good to go. All right, so right now, this kind of looks like some random stuff they would serve you at lunch at school, but I swear it's bomb. So good. And for the leftovers, little pro tip, I label on my Tupperware with just like a dry erase marker what the macros are for this meal, because If you just throw it in the fridge, you're not gonna remember. So I know tomorrow when I go to eat it, I'll know what to add in my Fitness Pal. So that's the meal, fellas, ladies, whoever's watching. Thank you guys for watching. Love you guys. Y'all have a great day.